So flooding is an ongoing serious problem across the area. We've had several hours of rain and storms just dumping so much rain over the North Shore, South Mississippi, and our river and bayou parishes. The metro area, immediate New Orleans City, has been dry and been spared of this so far, but the heavy, really soaking, steady stuff has been really confined to north of the lake, South Mississippi, and river and bayou parishes. That's where we have our flash flood warnings in effect until later this afternoon. This afternoon, it looks like the flash flood warning for the North Shore will be here with us until about 4 or 5 o'clock as this line is barely moving. It is just crawling, dumping several inches of rain. We probably picked up anywhere from 5 to 6 inches in a few spots on the North Shore. So it has been really a mess. Make sure if you are driving around during the evening commute or if you have to go anywhere this afternoon through tonight, you are avoiding those flooded roadways. It is very difficult to see, of course, even walking through flooded roadways, really to try to avoid that at all costs, because we will be seeing this flash flood risk over the next few hours as this line continues to slowly move through the area and dump several inches of rain in kind of a short amount of time. So the heaviest stuff still confined to the North Shore and in South Mississippi, and also for our river parishes. This is also a flash flood warning in effect from Laplace down to Thibodaux. That's in effect until about 3:30, 4 o'clock this afternoon. So even if the rain is starting to let up, it takes time for the water to kind of recede and things to improve. So we'll continue to see this kind of line of rain and storms slowly creep to the east. It is getting closer to the metro area. So Jefferson Parish starting to see some heavier rain just on the western side of Jefferson Parish right now. I think the bulk of the heavy rain is largely going to be on the North Shore. So as this line kind of drifts to the east and we do see some rain in the New Orleans metro area, and on the South Shore, I don't think it's going to be as substantial and as heavy as we've seen it north of the lake and in our river parishes and in South Mississippi. So this is what we have going on right now. Flooding is ongoing across the area. As we go throughout the next few hours, we'll continue to see heavy rain continuing to dump on the North Shore and for our river and bayou parishes. Again, that line is slowly going to creep to the east, so the metro area will be seeing some rain as we go into the late afternoon and evening hours. It's just not going to be as hefty and as high in terms of our rainfall totals in the metro area as we get into the afternoon and evening. But make sure you definitely avoid those flooded roadways. We are going to continue to track this on our digital and streaming services, also on our app and on our website. So if you'd like to continue to watch our coverage of this, please stay tuned, and we'll be switching over to digital in just a few moments. Thank you.
This has been a severe weather alert from WWL Weather, sponsored by Egan Insurance Agency.
Well, good Wednesday afternoon. Thank you for continuing to watch our coverage of this rain and flood threat that we've been dealing with for several hours across the entire area. On the North Shore, our river parishes and bayou parishes have been dealing with a lot of rain and a lot of flooding. Flash flooding still in effect. These warnings all across the North Shore in effect until later this afternoon, till about 3, 4, 5 o'clock. That's when things will start to kind of expire. The warnings at least will expire closer to 4 or 5 o'clock on the North Shore, and on the South Shore for our river parishes, this flash flood warning will kind of expire around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So several more hours of heavy rain and storms will impact our North Shore spots. Tangipahoa Parish, St. Tammany Parish, Washington Parish, and then our South Mississippi counties, Pearl River and Hancock, dealing with some heavy rain. Also down through our river and bayou parishes, Laplace down to Thibodaux, heavy rain has been ongoing for several hours. There has been several reports of flooding across the area. Covington, Laplace, Gramercy, several spots across the area. Mandeville, water is really piling up. Around maybe 6 to 12 inches of rain has already being reported in Mandeville right now. Some of rain is kind of getting so high, it's building up so much that it's getting near people's homes and businesses in parts of Covington and Laplace right now. And the rain is not letting up. It will continue over the next several hours. So let's kind of walk through what's happening. We'll take a closer look at the heavier downpours. St. Tammany Parish has been seeing some stronger cells kind of push through this afternoon. This cell right here, kind of in between Covington and Picayune, that one would give us some brief gustier winds. So some of the storms can give us some brief gusty winds, but it's the heavy downpours leading to the flooding that is the main concern through the afternoon and early evening. A closer look at the river parishes showing from Gramercy to Laplace down to Thibodaux. That's where the heavy rain is focused, but even St. Charles Parish is starting to see some steadier showers. Parts of Jefferson Parish, at least the western part, is starting to see some heavy rain, and also some batches of heavy rain are moving over the causeway right now. But the New Orleans metro right in the city has been pretty dry so far, but there will be some showers starting to spring up now and through the rest of the afternoon and into the early evening. So I think the heaviest rain is going to be still focused north. We will see some rain on the South Shore throughout the early evening, through now and through the early evening, but it's not going to be as high in terms of our amount. It's not going to be as much rain, but we can still see some soaking downpours, some ponding and puddles, big puddles on the roadways on the South Shore and in the metro area getting into the next few hours. So let's kind of track it with precision casts. The heavy stuff still shows itself remaining to the north. Here we go, South Mississippi, North Shore, heavy stuff around for the next couple of hours. This is until 4 o'clock this afternoon. So for the evening commute, make sure you're kind of driving slowly on the roads, maybe pull over if you have to. Don't try to drive in any flooded roadways. I know it's a really big nuisance, a huge inconvenience to have to kind of redirect your route home, but it's really for your safety because it's dangerous flooding in quite a few spots across the North Shore and river parishes from all the rain that's been kind of just not letting up over the last few hours. But the good news is things will start to wind down as we head into later tonight. So getting closer to 7, 8 o'clock, looks like we kind of take a break for the most part, and overnight, not much happening. I think we'll largely see dry conditions overnight. And this is into early tomorrow morning. This is 5 a.m. on Thursday. We'll see some showers starting to spring back up, but I think tomorrow it's not going to be as bad. We can see some heavy rain tomorrow late in the morning. This is 10 a.m. tomorrow and lasting through about the lunch hour. This is 12:30 tomorrow afternoon. Still some heavy rain and thunderstorms around. You factor this plus the already saturated grounds that we're dealing with now because we're seeing so much rain, it's pretty easy to get flooding tomorrow. And I think the South Shore will see more rain tomorrow. The New Orleans metro area, the city will see the heavier rain possible moving through tomorrow in the late morning and early afternoon. But I don't think it's going to be as long lasting. I think it'll move a little bit more quickly through the area, but still street flooding is possible tomorrow across all of southeastern Louisiana and South Mississippi. Tomorrow afternoon, this is 4 o'clock, still some showers pushing off to the east, but things kind of wind down. It looks like so far tomorrow night around 5, 6 o'clock will be mostly dry overnight. But then Friday, we'll see another quick batch of showers and storms. Not as bad on Friday. I think Friday in the morning we'll have some passing showers and storms around. I don't think the flooding risk is too much of an issue on Friday, but we'll have some rain still in the forecast to cap off the work week. Now, rainfall totals have been impressive so far. We've picked up maybe 6, 7, 8 inches on the North Shore, even locally higher amounts up to 10 inches. So we've already seen the bulk of the rain north of the lake, South Mississippi, and our river and bayou parishes. Over the next couple of hours, we can still get a couple more inches, maybe 1, 2, 3 inches. Couple of spots seeing a little bit more. It really just depends on how much the line kind of dumps rain over the same location, which it has been doing. So the training of the rain and storms, where one after the next has been dumping a lot of rain, that can still happen over the next maybe 2 to 3 hours on our North Shore spots, and again our river parishes as well. Rainfall totals tomorrow, not as high, maybe around 1 to 2 inches possible on the South Shore. And I think we could mostly handle that. Unfortunately, though, since the ground is so saturated on the North Shore, it might kind of induce flooding a little bit easier tomorrow. But rainfall totals are not as high tomorrow. Can't rule out some street flooding and big puddles and ponding on the roadways tomorrow. So still heavy rain in the forecast for some of the day. Thursday, Friday, not as much. We'll have some showers and storms around. They'll be quick and out of here pretty quick early in the day Friday. So our flooding risk today, of course, is still in that moderate range. It's a level 3 out of 4. Because of the heavy rain, we are seeing flash flooding and street flooding. No doubt about that. We'll continue to see that over the next couple of hours. We did have a higher risk for severe weather. That has actually gone down. There's very low risk for a couple stronger storms. You notice that we've been tracking those storms that might produce a little bit of a brief gusty wind up to 40, 50 miles per hour. So isolated strong storms are possible. Could give us some brief gustier winds and flashes of lightning. But I think heavy rain is the top concern with the storms moving through right now and through this evening. So the rain today is, of course, high. Tomorrow also high. 100% chance for rain tomorrow. I think it's going to be just a soggy, wet day the next couple of days. Things start to improve as we head into Friday and really Saturday. It looks like a pretty nice day. There will be some showers around Friday and maybe into early Saturday, but by Saturday night for our Mardi Gras parades, things will be drier. It will be much nicer and actually cooler. It's been warm and muggy, and we'll stay warm and muggy through Friday into early Saturday. So tomorrow with the rain in the forecast, there is still a possibility to get some street flooding. Not going to be as high as today. This time tomorrow it's going to be a slight risk, a level 2 out of 4 risk. So street flooding certainly is possible. Again, on those already saturated grounds, it can kick off some flooding a little bit more readily and a little bit more easily. So tonight, as the showers kind of wind down closer to 9-10 o'clock, I think we'll see mostly dry weather. There might be some showers overnight, but it's not going to be big activity happening overnight as things kind of dry up and we're moist, we're warm, we're muggy, dew points are high. Fog is likely just like it was this morning. So we can see some areas of dense fog tonight during the overnight through early tomorrow. So again, keep that in mind. Drive carefully if you do encounter some fog on the roads early tomorrow morning and even late tonight. So here's your 7-day forecast. We've got the busy, messy weather today and tomorrow. Heavy rain can lead to some street flooding as we go throughout the afternoon and early evening today. And then once again tomorrow, not out of the woods yet completely. Friday, things start to get better. It's just not going to be dry. Saturday morning, there might be some lingering showers, but I think by lunch hour Saturday, we're going to be nice and dry. Temperatures will be in the 70s the next few days, if not the upper 60s. And then by Saturday night for our Mardi Gras parades, I think it's going to start to feel a little bit cooler and breezy as the system finally exits the area. So we have a long-lasting system we have to deal with over the next few days, and it'll finally push out of here by Saturday night. So temperatures will be dropping quite a bit as we head into early next week. We'll only be in the 50s by Sunday, so Sunday looks great, and then early next week we'll also be in the 50s and then 60s. So we'll have a dry stretch of weather to finish off the month of January. So we'll be here tracking the rain and the flooding for you over the next several hours through tonight, during the overnight, all through tomorrow. So make sure you are checking back online and on air, and we will bring you the latest as we go through the afternoon hours. Thank you for watching, and make sure you do drive carefully out there.